Reckon.
I think we're live, but we're not on the screen.
Bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good.
Okay.
Oh, now we're live.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Now we're live.
Okay, good. Hi, we're live, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm live and live. I'm live and live. I'm live and live. I went live because I can't figure out. I'm very old, so I can't figure out. This is so meta. I can't figure out how to do it live on Twitch and on my Instagram. But I'm going to say goodbye to my live. Goodbye, live. Go to twitch.com. Find Familiar Spirits.
Twitch.tv.
That was like
Twitch.tv.
That was like you sitting in a movie theater recording something on your phone to show to people.
Do you remember when we used to like try to find movies like that way, and then you'd watch them like somebody download? I mean, that was so ghetto. I was broke, and it was like, why did you do that? Terrible.
I'm gonna log on here. You guys, Justin, why don't you? 171 people are watching right now. I'm gonna log you on Twitch or on Justin. Why don't you tell everyone what we're doing today as I say hi to people on Twitch?
Great. Welcome everybody. We are Find Familiar Spirits, at least a portion of it, and we are super excited to invite you guys to hear some cool, fun stuff while Matt figures out technology for the first time.
Everyone is echoing. How do we?
No, we're fine. We're good. We're good.
Hi, I'm back. Now you have my complete focus. I said to hide everyone on Twitch, and now I'm here completely. I'm going to wrap my arms around every single one of you. Peggy Prescott, we're going to go around the room. We're going to introduce ourselves, and then we have a bunch of announcements today based on Find Familiar Spirits. Justin, Peggy's going to start, but then you have to tell people what Find Familiar Spirits is because they may not know. People may just mistakenly be here because they're on my Twitch live.
Okay. Well, why don't we start there? I'll start there before we start popcorn, which I learned today is a phrase for what it is when you pass it around and it would say.
I'm going to start drinking now.
Oh, thank God.
But not the food.
So we are Find Familiar Spirits. We're the maker of Quest End Whiskey.
Huzzah!
Like Matt was literally drinking as I said that. And also Macabre Spirits, which I am repping. Actually, I'm repping Quest End too. I just swagged it up.
You're very slutty.
I am. I'm 100%.
No slut shaming. No slut shaming. I'm just saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that as someone who's wearing all swag. So we are, we release spirits for fandoms. A lot of people know us from our collaboration with Critical Role. We just had our second launches underway with them right now, which has been super fun. We've gotten to know all the critters and all the people over there, which has been unbelievably fun. And then our original brands, which is Quest End Whiskey, which Matt just took a swig of. And then also Macabre, which is a Sotal that is horror. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about what we're doing over there. But in general, we are a bunch of...
we have a bunch of exciting things to tell people today, Justin. Peggy, introduce yourself. Mike,
okay. All right.
But before we do that, Matt, I'm the co-founder, co-CEO with Matt. Now I'm going to pass it over to Peggy.
Okay. I popped my corn too soon. Okay. Hi, I'm Peggy Prescott.
You look so spooky. You're in a dark room. Why is your room so dark?
I don't know. Here.
Is this horror? Are you in a basement?
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, you look so
hi, Peggy Prescott.
Find your light, Peggy.
Dim my light?
Find your light.
Find my light. Okay. All right. So let's see. So I'm Chief Creative Officer, longtime friend, big fan of what we're doing here, and I poured myself our little sample of Druid because we don't have, or I'm blowing that. I'm not supposed to say that yet.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay. All right.
Longtime friend with no context is just an amazing way to introduce yourself. I'm a longtime friend of humanity.
To humanity.
All right. Popcorn.
I'm a fan of
Peggy
people.
Prescott is the single greatest thing to ever happen to this company.
Sleep deprived and a fan of all people.
What's your sweatshirt? Oh, whiskey weather. That's good. Popcorn. You have to throw to someone.
Tea.
Hello, I'm T. I am the community manager and resident bestie here at Find Familiar Spirits. First time caller, long time listener. And I am drinking Macabre.
Nice. So good. You
and
are
David, take it away.
I think T's the first person in the wild to drink it, right? Is she the first person in the wild to be drinking?
Yes,
I'm Matt and I are in Southern California, and our boxes have not made it.
Well, I think Darth
in Houston, so she's a little closer.
I have a prop bottle.
Yeah.
David.
David Cohen, Director of Operations here in Jacksonville. We put everything together here. We assemble everything, so everything happens here. And tonight, I'm actually throwing back to Paladin +1. That's what's in my glass tonight.
Nice. That's a deep cut, bro.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, my name is Matthew Lillard. I am drinking Rogue. I think I'm going to say it right now. I think it's one of my favorites we've ever done. I love them all. They're all like little children. They're all my children, all our children. And we love them all, but I really love Rogue. I think it's delicious. I take a lot of ice. I don't drink a lot of whiskey. People are like, "Oh, you love horror movies." I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm just in horror movies." People are like, "Oh, you love whiskey." I'm like, "No, I don't." But we make it because that's what other people like. I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is tequila.
If this was like a political, like that would have been the pull quote on the news to show you in like a bad light. Would have been, I don't dislike it. Matthew Lillard
hates whiskey. Hates whiskey. All right, good. You guys, great. Thank you, Lori. We have all of our team watching. Lori's here. Darth Flater's here. I think Nina's here. I think there's a bunch of people here. But if you have a question, we're going to do Q&A at the end. If you have a question for us, we'll go to Q&As, and we'd love to answer your questions about the company or anything about what we're doing in the future going forward. And so please put your questions in the Q&A queue, and somebody will pull it for us.
Yes.
With that said,
go to Twitch with the questions, especially if you're on Instagram or whatever. We've got 277 already, so people are.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How many of them are about 5 Nights at Freddy's? 10.
I don't know, or Scream 7.
Or Scream 7. There's a bunch of them.
There's probably a few.
Why did you do Summer Catch? Lots of terrible questions out there. All right, but let's without further ado, let's jump in, Justin. Where is the schedule? What are we talking about first?
So first we're going to talk about Quest End this next season, which is launching in a mere 10 days roughly, which is very exciting. And the first one we've teased before to our High Roller Guild, which was sort of our most loyal members who bought in early on. We're going to talk a little bit about that momentarily. But we did tease this already with them. But the first one, we've got the video teed up to announce what the first bottle is going to be in season 2.
Let's go to the video, Zach. Zach is our
way.
master of ceremonies. It's hard not to dance. It's hard not to move your head during the whole thing.
Good.
The whole time I'm like this. I still think the bear sounds a little like somebody using the restroom. I think it's a little. I don't know.
Well then that person definitely should be seeing a doctor.
Yes.
But we are very excited to do Druid in. By the way, Darth just called you unhinged.
I am on. By the way, I just started drinking too.
No, but we're very excited to do Druid. It's spring. It's our second season. It's a time of transformation. We are very excited to celebrate transformation and change and nature and finding your final form or your animal form, whatever version of you want to be. And so it's a really delicious blend. Dave, do you want to talk for a quick second about the juice? We've already had a couple of people ask about it. So I don't know if anybody saw the video. What was in the video was an early version of that bottle. So the liquid mentioned in that rendering is not what we're actually using.
So this second season for us kicks off something that what we're promising for this. Can I talk about like the liquid direction of the second season, or do we need to wait?
We'll save that for HRG.
Okay, good. Okay, so just specifically for this blend for Druid, we're doing something we've never done before. We're using a blend of rye and bourbon. We're working with the super talented people at Smooth Ambler for their 88 rye, 12 barley mash bill of rye. And then we're blending that with bourbon from Oregon Spirit Distillers. And then we're taking it and we're putting it in ex-rum barrels and ex-vermouth rouge barrels. So it's going to get a finishing aging process in that. And then it gets reblended and it goes back in the bottle. And it's like nothing we've done before.
Yeah, and we wanted to lean into the Pacific Northwest a little bit, and sort of there's so many incredible distilleries and spirits coming from up there. But we thought, with the trees and the nature and sort of that vibe, that it would be really fun to explore that part of the country, so that we are, we want to introduce, as we'll talk about in a second with High Roller Guild, we want to introduce new spirits experiences to people and not just sort of do the same juice over and over. So we're really excited about that. Another addition to the team that we want to sort of announce is we have a new author, a new writer that is joining us for season 2, who will be doing a little video this week. There's the bottle. And
the bottle and the cover art by Tyler Jacobson, who's he does the bottle, he does the emblem on the front. He's just the best. That's our Druid.
So good.
Tyler has been our artist since the beginning. He's incredible. He does the D&D covers for the latest rounds of the books. I mean, he is always extraordinary. Blows us out of the water.
World renowned.
Mm-hmm. And so he's still doing the art for us. And then for the second set of books, we're switching the writers to a woman named Andrea Stewart, who is fantastic, and has written these a number of fantasy books. And we're very, very fortunate to have her joining us for this, and continuing the Dawn of the Unbound Gods saga that we've started. And if you did miss the first 4 books in the saga, by the way, on the website, you can go and catch up, because obviously it's a story. So we want everybody to be able to read the first books before.
And there's audio books read by Abraham Ben-Ruby, the talented actor and incredible Dungeons and Dragons player, who's been playing my home game since I was like 30. He's the best, and he's done our audiobooks. We also have a new member of the team in Molly. David, you want to talk a little bit about Molly and have and her addition to the team?
I would love to. So Molly took over as our master blender. For those of you that remember season 1, we had Allie on board, and her work has taken her elsewhere. And we were lucky enough to find Molly, who is just as respected in the industry. She actually also hails from the Pacific Northwest, which is very helpful in our quest to bring new and fun delights to the second season, because she's going to be bringing in a whole influence of experience that is unmatched to what we've done before. So what you will see from her this year and this season is fantastic. She's crazy talented, and I'm sure you guys will meet her on one of these soon.
Hey, David, there's some questions. Bluntly Elevated and Tabletop Beard.
Bluntly Elevated, you're 2 days early.
Yeah.
3 days early.
But they were wondering if you could talk a little bit about the inspiration behind the blend, like how the story and the character influenced the blend.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, that I don't want to take anything away from Molly. That Molly really was like the focus behind that. But I think everything, like Justin mentioned, with just the kind of the lore behind the character class of the Druid, just looking for more greens, more vegetals, more elements like that. I think the idea of pulling in the Vermouth Rouge barrel, which is kind of has a little bit more of it's a little bit of sweet, but it's a little bit more of a kind of an earthy characteristic. Same thing with the rum. And then you add in the influence of the rye, which is a little bit spicy. It's a very small part of the mix. It's a majority of it is the bourbon. So I think all of that was trying to kind of imbue that feeling of what you get with that Druid class.
Again, what we
Yeah,
do
that's
is
a
we
good-
let Molly. Sorry, Justin. We
Right.
met Molly read the story, right, and she interprets what is written that Andrea wrote. Justin and I sort of like talk her through the class and what what a druid represents, and then she takes that ideology and reinterprets it into the liquid, which is how we build all of our brands here at Find Familiar Spirits. It's sort of like story first, then liquid, so it's really exciting. You were saying something. Sorry, Justin, I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say while we were talking sort of about about that sort of forest and nature thing, and a couple of people have already asked about if we're doing other collabs. One additional thing that we did with this that's super fun, which is, we try to do little collabs on each one of these. We did the Dragon Dice with Dispel, which was super successful. We sold that out really fast. The Dice Goblins came full steam ahead and bought all the Dragon Dice very quickly. But on this one, we went a fun other direction. We like to pair with other D&D and gaming companies and support them and sort of mutually support each other, because we really believe sort of in the community. And so for this one, we're doing just a very fun collab with Cantrip, the candle company.
Candles. Yeah.
So we actually made a druid candle for this, which is also going to be for sale with this batch, and it actually smells incredible.
Inspired by druids.
Inspired by druids.
Very musky and sweaty.
No, it is nature.
Dirty leather.
It is
like
nature,
dirty leather and like
That's
blood.
slander.
Like tanned hides and the
Tiny trees,
sourness of
little tiny trees.
somebody who's never showered. No, Drew. By the way, somebody asked Mosh Paws Horrors. Oh no, sorry, Alex Stream. Oh no, somebody asked what her favorite class was.
Yeah, that was Alex.
Oh yeah, Alex Streaming. So I want you to know I'm very excited. For me, Druid has been my favorite class for 100 years. We play the game I play in. You're rewarded for crafty moves. The guys at Beetle and Grimm's, which is a company, the guys I started playing with 21, I'm 55. So we reward crafty play, and something about druids being able to speak with animals, shapeshift into I like Circle of the Moons. You can shapeshift into different animals and like attack as like a wolf, which is awesome.
Yeah, and
Druid's my favorite class.
Yeah, Matt was no joke. So unbelievably excited to do.
I was like, had to be first season, but we decided not to. I think we should do a giveaway. Can we do a giveaway?
Yeah, real quick. There's a lot. I see a lot of HRG questions in the chat. I want you to know we're getting to that.
Yes, we'll keep moving. We'll
go anywhere.
Yeah,
just wait. It's going to be good.
Go faster. We're talking too much. But let me say this.
Let's keep it moving and save some of the Q&A towards the end.
Yes, much. I would like to do a giveaway, which nobody's planned for whatsoever. Can I do a giveaway?
Sure, do it.
Okay, so we're gonna do a giveaway. So what we did with Dispel, incredible partners, Dispel Dice, beautiful. They sent us a bunch of early iterations of the dice. So tonight we're gonna give away a free. I don't know how to do it, Peggy. Somebody's gonna figure out how to do it.
Not planned, by the way, so there's no logical structure.
Email us.
It's our company. We can do whatever we want. We're giving away dice. We're giving away
do a
one-of-a-kind dice tonight. So we are going to figure out how to do that, and Darth's going to tell us on our private chat.
Right. Okay. I wish I could see Darth's facial expression right now.
Her tiny squeaky hammer is probably out smashing the camera right now.
Yeah, we did. We bought her a toy hammer. So, but let's keep going.
We'll do that at the end. If you want these dice, they're incredible, one of a kind. You have to be here at the end, you sons of bitches. All right, we move forward.
All right. So there's been a bunch of questions about HRG and what we're sort of doing with that moving forward for this. And there's sort of two things that we want to share on this, which is super exciting.
Well, you're going to share everything. I want to share something.
Go ahead. All right, Matt.
Well, what are you going to share?
Yeah, share.
Well, I want to share. What are you going to share?
I was going to tell about.
You got to go next on the itinerary.
Yeah, Fam Club.
Okay.
Oh, let's go to the video. Are we doing the video?
Yes. So,
that's
but HRG, hang on, because we're going to tell you right after these messages.
Oh, we're going to Fam Club. Oh, we got to go to Fam Club.
Yeah. So we're going to show a video in 1 second, but we decided, one of the things that we got a lot of was, hey, we want more sort of content, more interaction, more parties, and also various ways to engage, and also to give our sort of most loyal community an opportunity to save a little bit, for recognizing that you guys are buying stuff from us, and we wanted to be able to give back a little bit in that capacity. So we are launching. We can fire up the video.
You did such a great job on the video. Let's hear it for Zach.
How cool is that video?
Yeah.
By the way, the person dressed as Uwe, our rogue, with the makeup and that, is our very own Darth Flater, who is not on, but
who doesn't smile as Uwe, which is hilarious because she smiles all the time. But every time she's in the photo, she's like so serious.
She held character all night.
Method.
Really impressive.
So let's bring up what you get with Fam Club. Here's the deal, and Justin said it, but I think it's super important that we hammer this home. We understand that we create high-end products that are expensive, and at the time in the world right now, it feels chaotic, right? It feels like there is so much going on, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to provide opportunity to gather, opportunity to create community. That's our number one goal. Our number one goal is to build a company that's based around community that also sells alcohol. So doing that, and with an eye to creating ways for people to save, was super important to us. And so if you join Fam Club, these are the things you get. First of all, 15% discount on everything. Although there's an asterisk there, which will tell you that there are possibilities that we do not offer discounts on partnership brands, because we may not be able to do that. Invites to live events. So we are like, for example, can we talk about the one?
Yeah.
So we are going to Gen Con this year as a company, and we will be throwing it in live in-person event. So people from the Fam Club will be invited. Not everyone is going to be able to go. We'll do some kind of raffle, or we'll figure out a way to get people there. Members only virtual tasting. So again, we've done this with HRG last season. So the ability to come in, we'll do a big Zoom. It'll be about an hour long. We'll have Molly come in. We'll talk about the blending, the taste. We'll talk about the story and why we did what we did. So that's going to be exciting. Early access to products and releases, access to members only vault sales, which is going to be great. That could mean old liquid that hasn't sold out yet. It could mean
well, there's a couple of things. Yeah, there's a couple of bottles that we always keep a bunch of extra bottles of things for breakage and things like that. So we might have flash sales. Maybe we'll even be able to sneak in a few bottles of Paladin that we still have that held behind, things like that.
I can't believe you just said that out loud. That's going to be a problem.
There's not many, so I don't know if we can do it, but I'm just putting that out there. I'm just teasing.
It's a good possibility. Famfolio, which is our monthly newsletter, which we love doing. T runs that. We love that. And then nobody's ever heard this before, but I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do a podcast that's going to be available only in the Fam Club. I think that's going to be fun. We have some really cool guests coming out. And so I'm really stoked about that. So Fam Club is also again, a way to Discord, right? So we're going to present a Discord allowing people to connect, right? The idea of like, we believe in building communities. We believe in fellowship and gathering around your geek flag, whatever it is. Right now we have horror and high fantasy D&D. We're going to keep expanding that. So we're really excited about that. Really excited about presenting opportunities for people to save and to invest in the community. What else did I forget, T? You're the head of our
$50 a year. I should probably have mentioned
$50 a year.
Yeah, it's $50 a year, but with a couple of purchases and the 15% off, that pretty much pays for itself. We hope.
Yes.
So it's not going to be like, it's not a big profit source for us. It's just something that we want to build to hook people.
It's not going to be a profit source at all, just for the record. We are going to get buried on that.
Anyone can join. Somebody asked that question. You don't have to be a prior HRG member to join. You don't have to have bought
Just
from
over 21.
This is open to anyone.
Over 21 is
anyone over 21.
Yeah.
T, what else what are you excited about Fam Club?
I'm really excited about Fam Club to like not only be able to actually connect with our community and like see them interact with each other, because the first party that we had over at Dragon Con, it was so great to see that so many people were meeting other strangers, but they immediately had something in common. So it was really easy for them to befriend each other and have a really good time. But I also am just excited to like share things that we make with the community and then have them get excited by it as well. Like the podcast and other interviews that we have like done. It's just really fun to just make things for people who just love to see things from us.
Yeah.
Like
we can do cool stuff. Like, I'm sorry, David.
I was gonna say, how do people join? Like, when is this available, and how do people join?
Well, the new season is going to be launching on the basically May 1st, but there's going to be what we normally do for pre-sale. We're going to do this time as well, which is 2 days earlier on the 29th. We're going to do pre-sale for everyone on the mailing list and all of sort of our community. And then also, and this feels like a great accidental segue. We are 1 day before that. We're going to do a special sale for for the people who are HRG the first time around. And just to utilize that into a segue, we are keeping HRG where you can buy all 4 models of the next season. And boom, there you go. And one thing we are doing is it's going to be $5.99, so it's going to be basically the same price as last time. But we are going to, because we love our HRG and you guys were so unbelievable in helping us get this company off the ground. For HRG this time, we're going to do free shipping for everybody that buys HRG.
That is crazy. It's $100 discount. Just so everyone knows. I mean, that's $100 off. Our shipping is $25 a bottle because for lots of reasons. We wish it was cheaper. We know it's expensive. So we are trying to, again, pay it forward and reward those that have been with us from the beginning and that are committed to us throughout the year.
Yep.
And we also want the HRG to there's a few things only the HRG is sort of going to get, but we want the HRG to participate. So that's also going to include the first year of Fan Club for free. And then there will still be a couple HRG events here and there, and then there'll be a separate sort of HRG Discord channel. But we want to sort of get the HRG people integrated in the same community with everybody else, but with a few extra little things for the support.
Perks.
And generally we really wanted to make that really something appealing for everybody to come back. If you did, I'm sure the first question that'll come in, if you did do your reserve your bottle number, if you're an early HRG and you reserve your bottle number with Paladin or Paladin +1, we are going to be honoring that for the next season. We're not going to be doing any new ones, but it'll be people will have to buy pretty quickly because Druid is shipping relatively soon, and once that starts, we can't reserve bottle numbers. But
there's a couple. The other thing you get is Fam Club membership, right?
As part of it,
yes,
right?
As part of it, so there is. So you get that membership included with the purchase of HRG, which is again another boon. That 15% goes across the entire year. So the difference is, somebody asked what the difference is between HRG and Fam Club. Fam Club is for everything, right? It's for people that love macabre spirits, for ink, like, or, Critical Role.
Our merch drop for ink, which I'm wearing right now.
But yeah, so that goes across everything. And so yeah, that's
and HRG is it's buying the first 4 bottles for the next season. And if you could pull that back up, Zach.
Yeah.
I just also want to point it out, because in case nobody registered, the first 4 bottles just got revealed in this picture.
Yeah.
In a very exciting way. The next 4 bottles are going to be Druid, Monk, Wizard, and then Revenant.
Oh, I want to say something about the liquid.
Yeah, that's the perfect segue.
Okay, so
Yes.
So one of the things that's really important to us is that we're not just reiterating versions of what we've already done and putting it in bottles. As any of you that were around for season 1 know, taking the influence from these stories, understanding these characters, and making that part of that liquid mix was so much of what we did. Not only are we going to continue that, what we're going to do is we're going to expand the liquid universe that we're offering you. We have this lined up. We can't exactly reveal what they are yet. But what I will tell you is the liquids that we're promising will not be like any of the liquids we've previously released. They will all still be within the whiskey sphere, because I saw people in here asking about other liquids. And yes, we will have other distillates this year that will not be whiskey, that will come in the form of other releases that are not Quest End. But back to Quest End season 2, it's super exciting because we're digging deep, right? We're finding mash bills, we're finding alternative grains, we're looking at international whiskeys, like we're looking at everything, and we're lining these up, and it's super exciting what we're going to bring you.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So long story short, February 29th. Good God. We just launched our new website, and it has been a long week and a half.
By the way, everyone should, before we pass, I can't do Twitch and talk. I just can't do it. I'm like, Todd Stashwick, you're here. Todd Stashwick's off shooting something pretty incredible. Todd Stashwick is amazing. Anyways, the whole team, except for me and David's been doing other things, has been knee-deep rebuilding our website. You can do yourself a favor and do us a favor and go check out our website. It is, Lori's on, and I just have to give a shout out to Lori. And I also have to give a huge shout out to Dan at Juice Marketing for the work that you guys have all done. The entire team. If you've never built a website, I haven't, which is why I haven't been involved. It is top to bottom. I also wasn't invited. These are not the meetings I'm invited to. Top to bottom, it's been rebuilt, and it's just an incredible achievement by our little tiny community, our little tiny team. We're a very small company, and they've just done an incredible job. I'm so proud of everyone. Lori did an incredible job. Dan, incredible job. Peggy, Justin, T, you guys all crushed it, and I'm just super proud of everyone. So that is
really everyone besides me and Matt.
And Tim.
Everybody else destroyed it and did incredible work.
And there's a lot of stuff on there they're going to see that you can come back to, and we will. I don't know what that image is. Oh, that's the image of the website. We will come back. When everything goes on sale, that thing is going to be incredibly active, and there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, we didn't talk about the familiars.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun thing.
Yeah. Okay. So with the Fam Club. We did this thing called it's
Find Your Familiar.
Find Your Familiar. So a whole team created a quiz, and so you can take the quiz, and the universe will tell you what familiar you are. And so at Gen Con, we're doing these hats and these familiar icons, and there's a bunch of cool familiars, and so you will identify as one, and hopefully, which is a fun way to sort of help. Oh, look at the puppy. it's a fun way to sort of help, I don't know, engage in the community and identify yourself as one of the familiars. And it's just one of the fun things. Like, I think that being like an independent, cool little company, you can do stuff that you're excited about. And that's one of the things we're excited about. So we went out and built it. So, yeah.
So just to clarify on the dates. So we are doing the pre-sale. If you go sign up right now for the mailing list, you can join in the regular pre-sale, which is going to be on the 29th of April for Fam Club, Druid, and High Roller Guild. I'll go on sale on that date. If you are already a High Roller Guild member, there's an early pre-sale on the 28th where you can go in and renew. And especially if you want to keep your number, that's the time to do that. And then on the 1st of May is when sort of the big public stuff will happen. So that's that. And we're, again, we always we can't help it. We're very, very chatty.
We should go. Yeah.
Before we get to the Q&A, really fast, just two other quick things that we want to mention. We are in the middle of our very exciting second product drop and launch with Critical Role, which Matt has right now.
Oh, stunning.
And also the book you got now too, didn't you?
Yeah, I do. I have the book right here.
Okay.
Zach will go wide. We'll stay with that picture for 1 second.
Yeah. So the cast of Critical Role, who, by the way, are really lovely, wonderful people. In case you're like, I wonder if those guys are nice or not. The answer is they are. They contributed to this sort of commemorative journal called Whitestone Courage: Reflections on Adventures. There's a bunch of stuff that, they answered their thoughts about courage and wrote about, moments in the show that inspired them and sort of things that affected their own lives. And then we did this really cool little collectible pin as well that comes in it. And that is basically being bottled right now. So that's going to go out in just a couple of weeks in May.
And guys, it's an American malt whiskey. So that's another really fun one. We've not done that before. It's a blend of two American malt whiskey producers, which is super fun.
Yeah. Also, and the blend is delicious. The blend's like so good. It's crazy. And then this booklet. So that whole cast, we asked them a bunch of prompts and they answered a bunch of questions. And then we took their quotes and laced it throughout this book. It's a journal. This is great work. Peggy helped put this whole thing together.
So good.
Chief Creative Officer. Wouldn't be here without her. She's the best. And the book is, I have a hard time figuring out where the freaking camera
is. I know it's not as hard as live streaming on Instagram.
No, thank God. Anyways, it's an incredible product. We're really proud of the product. We really love that it speaks to that community. It's built with love. They love the product, and so if you get a chance, check it out. And then the other thing is we have incredible news. The biggest news of all. If anyone has been following us for the last 6 months, we have been on a journey.
Are you so exhausted by this announcement? You have to.
It has been harrowing. It has been tough. And now is the time for this to end. So we started shipping yesterday. Macabre Spirits, Rare, Fine, and Limited by Mike Flanagan. It has been a crucible. It has not been easy. It almost killed us in many ways. And it's now in the wild. It's starting to fly. We're really excited. It's delicious. You can be the first to read Mike Flanagan's first novella. First time he's ever written a short story.
And I like that you've got your shirt, Matt, is promoting Mike Flanagan too subtly with your Life of Chuck t-shirt. So go see Life of Chuck. It's phenomenal.
Life of Chuck is a phenomenal movie. And I'm in it for like 2 seconds. But just as exciting is that Mike Flanagan has written this incredible story. And I just think that, look, who we are is so well represented in this product because we're fans of horror. We have deep roots. I have deep roots in the community. And so we build something that we think is delicious and lovely, and we put our time, energy, and effort into it. And then went to Mike Flanagan and are delivering something extra to fans of horror that we think they're just going to be really chuffed by. So
Yeah.
Along with
And the-
stunning artwork by Mia Bergeron.
oh, so good. She's
Yeah.
so
yeah,
great.
we actually are doing oil paintings for these covers, and we're really committed to employing artists, and so we actually were like, you know what, we want a real painted picture, and Mia delivered just a
Yeah.
beautiful.
And can I recommend that you should pour yourself a glass of soda when you read this, especially toward the end.
Yes.
That's a good segue. Can you really quickly, David, before we Q&A, tell them just what Sodal is?
Yeah, so Sodal is it's a distillate that's made from the desert spoon plant. So it's distilled from that type of, it's not really kind of agave adjacent, but it is a desert grown plant. It is made kind of ancestrally all throughout Mexico, and people started making it also in the United States. This one specifically has come from a producer, a really good producer, and one of the earlier producers of U.S. Sodal in Texas. And they were very gracious to work with us. And this was the absolute best possible kind of pivot from those of you that saw the early tequila days, and then we went over to this.
They saved our bacon. They saved our bacon. They saved our bacon.
Big time. Yeah. And this is an aged Sodal, which again, Sodal is a very niche thing, and then to have an aged Sodal is even more so. So it very closely kind of represents what we were doing with the Reposado tequila. But it's super cool. It drinks very similarly. It can be mixed very similarly, but it's even cooler and nerdier. And what could be more perfect?
Yeah, it's really great. And most importantly, it's en route.
Yeah, it's shipping now.
Yes.
It's shipping.
It's shipping around. You haven't missed anything.
And it's shipping in the order it was kind of received, right? So we're early orders are going out first. I think they started shipping out today out of DC, and they're going to be on a hot train continuing to ship. And it is still for sale. So you didn't miss anything.
You can go buy it right now. Matter of fact,
right now.
on our brand new website. So let's do, we figured out an attempt. I don't know if this is going to work at all, but this is how we're going to try to give away these dice. We're going to ask a trivia question, and then the first person to get it right in the chat wins the dice. And then
The chat on Twitch.
On Twitch. And then we will, I don't know how we are going to keep track of that, but that is not my problem right now. So do you have the trivia question? This is for the Quest M people.
Yeah, yes, we do have, Zach has the trivia question, and then somebody just needs to keep an eye on the chat on Twitch to see who's the first person.
Sorry, Lori.
Okay. So, Lori, I put the answer in the private chat, even though you probably know it.
Okay, I do know it. All right, here we go. Question, fire it up. Name the city where Saren of the Pit, our paladin, and Uwe, our rogue, met. Peggy, you don't get to win.
St. Louis, Missouri is wrong.
St. Louis, Missouri is wrong. But I do.
No, it's not Pittsburgh.
I do enjoy.
Baldur's Gate, not right.
Gary, Indiana. Definitely not Gary, Indiana. I went. Oh, you guys are getting close. Jeff and
it's
nope.
By the way, nobody's gonna answer.
Oh,
Red Nova Gaming.
Red Nova Gaming wins.
Red Nova Gaming, well done, Sitter.
All right,
nice.
You got it, Red Nova.
Holmes Deep is hilarious. I mean,
Are you going to tell them what the answer is?
We got it. We already got it. City of Sisters is the answer.
So Red Nova Gaming will shoot. We'll shoot you, Zach. Are you going to shoot them a text or a DM? We'll shoot you a DM.
Lori
and
will.
we'll give you the dice.
Yeah,
and you'll get me
Red Nova.
Yeah, you'll get me that address, T, and I'll send that out.
We have been talking. We've been talking a lot. We'd love to do a couple of questions.
Yeah, Q&A.
We do tend to go on. But a couple of quick sort of business stuff too. You can always email us at info@findfamiliarspirits.com. We do actually read every email. And you can always also, we do one of her jobs as resident bestie. She looks at all the socials. She reads everything. And God bless her for doing that. Because it's a lot to wade through, but we really do read every single thing. So, if you have questions about your HRG that we don't answer today, someone asked, is it going to be automatically, is your bottle reserve? If you buy again, we will be able to sort of see that you bought again and compare those lists and all that kind of stuff. But if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to us and hit us up via the technology that Matt loves so enormously.
There aren't really any. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, there's
what's next for Macabre is up there.
What's next for Macabre? So we don't want to tease too much.
I totally do. And somebody also asked about. I want to.
You were like the kid who opened. Did you open the presents?
Don't worry
4
about
days before Christmas to look under the wrapping to see what you got.
You don't worry about it. Who knows what I did? I'm not going to say it, but I'm very excited. Macabre is coming out soon. The second Macabre is coming out soon. It is from one of my favorite authors, which we're really excited to be working with. And the art just came in, and it's delicious. It's going to be great. Can we talk about the liquid? No? All right.
Well, we can say this. I think we can say that it will be a whiskey for this round. And the reason we chose that it's a whiskey is because it is particularly fitting to the story. Once again, we're honoring the story and the origin of the story, and this liquid just truly felt it best. But it is a whiskey from a territory that we have never experienced or explored before.
Yeah, that's fun. And then we also have a collaboration coming later in the year that we're really excited about.
Yeah, the Mosh Paws Horrors asked about that. Are we planning on doing another collab like we did with Ink and Macabre? We love doing, as I mentioned before, with like Dispel, with
Cantrip.
What we're doing with Cantrip, all that kind of stuff. We love doing those collabs. So we're going to be doing hopefully a lot more of that stuff. And we do have a few other things that we're going to be announcing soon, but we're not quite ready.
Did you see the question about doing tastings?
That was great.
Yes.
So I did a Q&A sort of a special tasting around a convention in Kentucky. I do a lot of conventions, and I think they're really great. It's a great way to meet fans. And I'm confirmed to do 3 of those tastings this year after a series of conventions coming up. So we'll post those. I'm sure we'll post those in Fam Club. We'll definitely make sure that people know where it's at, and we'll be tasting fun stuff.
Yeah,
So,
Gen Con is the one thing that we've sort of officially confirmed, and we're super excited about that. And obviously it's been, that is the sort of big kahuna of cons in this space, and we're super excited to be there and meet more people too, because everybody, everybody's been unbelievable. Like at Dragon Con, it was some of the nicest people that we've ever met. And
that's our community. I mean, we have incredible community. That's the one thing. And that's one of the reasons that I'm just going to push Fam Club again. If you enjoy this moment tonight, if you enjoy sort of the engagement that you see that we do, how we operate, who we are as people, who we are as a company, so I think Fam Club's the love language for you. I mean, we will be doing super cool shit. We were talking about doing like barrel picks for Fam Club members. Like the podcast is going to be super fun. I just think that where we get to sort of chase our charm, this is an expression in meditation about following your charm, like the idea of like the things that we like to do, the additives that we can bring to community are all going to be found in Fam Club. And it's $50. It's priced so that it allows people in. It's not too expensive because we don't want to break anyone's bank. but we think that we're going to provide a lot of value there. And so we're hoping that you follow us in that space, because we think that that's where we're going to be able to engage the most.
Yeah. And we're excited for people to be able to talk to each other too, which was a question of, hey, how do we find other, because we are all about kindred spirits, literally. And it's, really important for us to build that community. A couple more questions. I know we've been talking a lot, but a couple ones. This is, I think, a good one to ask. And David, you can chime in here too. I know we talked a little bit about the macabre, about the Sotal, but there've been a couple questions about, what's a good cocktail to pair that with? How do you drink Sotal and I know it's similar to agave drinks, to mezcal, to tequila, and so forth. But how would you answer that, David?
Oh, you know what? We have it on our website. If you go,
we have some. Go ahead, Peggy. Yeah, finish that.
If you go to the website under what is Sotal, there's an accordion drop down thing, and there's some recommendations on how to drink it, including like the authentic way with what is that, worm salt?
Yeah, sal de gusano. Don't make fun of me. I butchered that. But I also think you can drink it. Really, you could drink it like you would mix any agave spirit. You could sip it neat. You could make it, in a margarita. You could make it in whatever you like. But there are some fun cocktails on our website.
Yeah, but in general, as our former master blender that we still love used to say, however you like to drink it,
there's no wrong way.
Should drink it.
There's no wrong way.
Yeah.
So we're super trying new stuff. Then there's a couple questions.
Let's get before people revolt. People may end up revolting and killing us.
Okay.
We do have 223 people still. We've had very small drop off. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But the last thing on the merch, there is going to still be merch up there, and we did build the store. We built the store out on the new website to be able to search for stuff fast. Because that's one of the things.
On that note, we are trying to be very intentional with the merch that we do. The candle is a great example. We want to partner with people and have meaningful partnerships with creators and artisans, and not just do random stuff that is like just okay. We want to do stuff that's amazing. Yeah. That really, pays attention to our community and to artists. And so on that note, we will be doing that. I saw somebody ask about hats. We're doing more hats. We talked about the found familiar, the symbols, those will be out, but then we do have other stuff planned.
Yeah. And also, like, if you have a collaboration you think we'd like get off on, send it to us, suggest it. Like, we will follow suggestions, because we have a bunch of brands that we like to work with. But if you have somebody that we think meshes with who we are as a company, we're open to suggestions.
And I've seen a bunch of comments about Florida tastings. We will be, we don't have any Florida tastings specifically, but we are going to be opening up some people to come in and be able to try this at the distillery in Jacksonville. So if you are in Florida, or more importantly, if you're in North Florida, hopefully in the coming months, which we'll announce, we will actually have the stuff that's already on sale. You will be able to come purchase it and pick it up locally. And you will also be able to try it locally. So for people that are close, that's a fun option.
And you can say hi to David Cohen, which is,
in Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville.
Duval, or what is it you guys say?
Let's not.
Oh, sorry.
By the way, also the one thing we didn't talk about is the thing that we have coming up next.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, which part?
The thing that we're going to GameCon Canada.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and then we're going to Gen Con.
Oh, what you mean? What we're releasing?
Yeah. I mean, we have like a whole. You don't want to talk about.
We're not talking about that yet.
Okay, we have a whole new brand, right? So we have a whole new brand coming. So I can at least say that. Can I say that?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
You
never let me have any fun. You never let me have any fun.
We can say that it lives within the fantasy community.
Yeah, for sure.
So within this realm, right? Yep. Okay.
Yes, yeah. We have another gaming-centric, D&D-centric liquid.
Liquid.
There, well, that is a good. Look at T. T's going to throw the dog through the screen at Matt. But what we want to do for sure, we are going to be doing with Fan Club. We're going to be doing these, on a semi-regular basis. But we will be announcing some other things soon because there's really a lot of really, really cool stuff that's happening, and that is all due to you guys really and to our community for being here for us. And we could not be more thankful and appreciative and love you guys any more than we do.
We're having a blast making all this for you.
Yeah, it's super fun.
You didn't say that last week when you were rebuilding the website.
Nobody did.
You're lying to the people.
Now we love it.
Let's popcorn out and say goodbye to everyone. T, you're up.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't wait to show you everything in Fan Club.
And on the Discord, she's going to be the one who you're going to be chatting to probably the most. So it's good to get to know you.
I'll be hosting happy hours.
Right.
Popcorn, Peggy.
Well, I just said it. We're really having a blast making all this for you. And when we do these live events, it's so nice to hear that all the attention to detail that we put into these things that we really, really focus on. You guys notice it all. Like somebody just wrote about, are you guys going to have a cipher in another book? Like we love that you notice all this stuff that we, put our blood, sweat, and tears into. So thank you so much.
Not literally into the liquid though.
Popcorn.
Metaphorically.
Popcorn David.
Popcorn David.
Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you guys. Thank you. This has been amazing. If I say any more, I will reveal too much. So I'm going to keep it simple, but I do love seeing all of the, this is the word of the day is liquid. I love seeing everybody's liquid suggestions. A lot of them are things we're looking at. So I'm excited to share more as that comes. And I'm going to pippity popcorn over to Justin.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say other than thank you guys again, and thank everybody within this company as well for taking this silly idea that Matt and I had and turning it into this incredible community. And it's been really rewarding, and we're super excited for the next stage too.
Yeah. We wouldn't be here without you. That's it. So thank you.
All right.
Bye guys. Thank you, everyone.
Time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.